Back and let me hear some noise right now. This guy plays all over. He's a fucking beast. Let me hear you. Come on!
All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. I don't know. This seems unnecessary. We can use it if it proves to be required. Yeah. I don't know how this is going to go. Increasingly less certain as I look out on your expectant, but not fully confident faces. It's been, I've been in the room for a half hour. It's, I feel like everyone wants to have fun here, and mostly is, yeah. Let's see if we can either build on that momentum or just fucking kill it off once and for all. We'll see. We'll see. Did anyone watch the eclipse? No. I'm the only one here with a sense of wonder. Okay. I can't perform for you fucking Philistines. Like, make us laugh, monkey. No one saw the eclipse. 580 years. We're not going to see it again for 580 years. And you guys were like, no, we're going to watch reality TV. Well, it was 4 in the morning. You probably weren't watching TV. But literally not one person woke up for the eclipse. No sense of whimsy in this room. I am fucking done. There's nothing I can do. No. All right. I was hoping you guys would be more upset about the prospect of me leaving the stage, but you're like, we don't even know what this guy is doing right now, so. Makes 2 of us, or 44 of us, whatever the number is. Me plus you. I woke up. I set my alarm 3:45 in the morning, and maybe because I just woken up, but it took me a long time to find the moon because I was like, it's a full moon. It's got to be this big. But then I was looking for a large glowing orb in the sky, but because it was an eclipse, it was shaded. So it was like 10 minutes of like, and looking online, like it's this angle. It's got to be, it's that vague smudge. That's the thing that we're seeing the most dramatic display of in 580 years. So. But I was thinking about it. Would the microphone help, by the way? Can everyone hear me?
Yeah.
It would help?
No, you're good.
Okay, cool. Better without the mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, this sounds a little wonky. Cool. I feel like a lot of times comics use the mic, it's like a confidence thing. It's just sort of, it gives you some artificial sense of authority. And I'm dispensing with that. I don't know why. It would probably feel good right now, but no, we've made our bed, we're sleeping in it. I'm gonna wake up at 3:45 to be awed by the grandeur of the cosmos while you guys are fucking sleeping, but we have made our bed. So I woke up, so I finally located the 580 years though. I was thinking about this. So the last time there was an eclipse this long was the 1400s. I mean, life was, and the next time there's gonna be an eclipse this long, I actually don't know. I probably should have looked that up before I started talking about this on stage. But let's say it's another 580 years. The year 2600, how different things will be. How different things will be. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. I'm basically looking for verbal agreement from at least one audience member before I can move on to the next subject. So.
How did you see it in New York City?
It was a full moon. It was pretty easy to see. I looked up. There's light pollution. You're not going to see stars, but you can see. I don't know how long you've lived here, but you can see the moon in New York, even a dim moon. It's so. Any other questions? You guys you've never contemplated the cosmos. You're just like, we don't even bother looking up. Well, sometimes comedians go for laughs. I'm just trying to inspire a sense of awe, really. We'll see how that goes. Yeah. Where's shit going to be 580 years? And imagining people 580 years ago, they could not have contemplated our existence now. Everything was so different. Like mating, one of the fundamental facts of existence. You would pick a mate basically based on like who had the best livestock, I imagine, or good hips, so that there's only like a 60% chance she would die in childbirth. You're like, that one probably, there's a decent chance she'll make it for 2 kids. Or because of love, love existed then. If you fell for someone, you'd write them a sonnet. Like, I just started online dating for the first time, like 2 weeks ago, and it's very different, you know. Now we pick mates on the toilet, basically. Just that's yeah. It's multitasking, really. That is not so. We're probably, until 10 years ago, no one had ever laid his eyes on their future spouse for the first time while shitting. That had never happened in the history of humanity. And now it's probably the way it happens 90% of the time. That's a big fucking change that we couldn't have contemplated. I mean, my last girlfriend, like the last significant relationship I had, because I've had a lot of insignificant relationships, and that's all. It's hard, you know. Yeah. Well, I have obsessive compulsive disorder. I don't know if anyone has OCD. Just raise your hand 6 times. It's it causes. Do you have OCD?
Yeah.
What are your symptoms?
I like perfection.
You like perfection? Is it like, do you really have it though? Is it limiting? Does it cause suffering?
Think about it every day.
Yeah. But is it are you in treatment? Is it a struggle, or is it more just like you like things to be a certain way? And
Not a struggle.
it's not a struggle.
No.
So I would say you don't have OCD. See, no one does this with other mental illnesses. No one is like, I have a little bit of schizophrenia. It doesn't really bother me, but yeah, I hear voices, but they're actually very supportive voices. No one takes OCD seriously. No, it's not just you. There's a cleaning service in this city called OCD Cleaners, which, yeah, they wouldn't do that with any other mental illness. There's no bipolar cleaners, you know? We'll clean your apartment, then we'll fucking trash it. You know, my OCD, I'm perfectionistic too. I get that, but for me, it can be a little more rigid. It can be a little more limiting. I mean, I've been hospitalized twice. Fucking comedy gold. Not recently. It is significantly better now, but it was really debilitating. I tried everything. I was on all sorts of medications. Nothing helped. Then I read a scientific study where they found that hallucinogenic mushrooms could potentially treat OCD, so I tried to cure myself. I actually have a show about this, a solo show called The Mushroom Cure. Whenever I tell people about the show, they're always like, well, did it work? And I'm like, fucking buy tickets. I mean, come on. Really? And then they're like, but I'm your mother. I'm just concerned about you. So I'm not going to tell you guys if it worked. I will say I once took a huge dose of mushrooms. This was like 2 hours ago. And but no, it can be bad. It can be pretty debilitating. And I do have the perfectionism thing though too. Does that limit you with romantic relationships?
No.
No. All right. So this guy is just a paragon of mental health. He just showers every day, and that's his horrible affliction. He likes to have his pencils lined up. Meanwhile, I'm fucking contemplating suicide. Thank you for laughing at that. It would have been much more uncomfortable if you hadn't. I haven't. I did go through a really rough period with the OCD recently. And I was thinking about suicide. But I realized I wasn't really suicidal because I was still flossing. Yeah, like if I'm about to jump off the Brooklyn Bridge, I'm not worried about plaque buildup between my teeth. So I was like, all right, I'm not ready to. And then I bought a really warm coat 3 days ago, so I feel like I'm good to the spring at least. Like no matter how much I bitch about being depressed or suicidal, like, you know, the wallet doesn't lie. I wouldn't have dropped $250 on a coat if I was gonna. You get it. All right. It's one of the other things about OCD is I tend to over-explain things. Like I say the same thing again and again, hoping people will get it. Like basically, I'll say the same thing in a different way to make sure that people understand. I feel like you guys still aren't getting this. Do I need to use the mic? No. All right. So what I mean, no. Okay. Yeah, it's my OCD. It's actually been it's been kind of a rough day. So my OCD is about decision making. I don't have like the hand washing, the contamination fear. For me, I will obsess about even minor choices. And then when I make a decision, I'll often feel like I've made the wrong choice, and I'll feel an overwhelming compulsion to reverse my choice. And again, it is a lot better now. The psychedelics did help. Therapy helped. A lot of things have helped. But I've gotten caught up the last couple of days trying to decide whether I should go home to my parents' place for Thanksgiving, whether I should go home tomorrow or Monday. Like, it's always these minor things, but basically if I go home tomorrow, I get to drive with my brother, who I don't get to spend that much time with. He has a family, but it'll just be me and him. But if I go home Monday, I can go to a dance party on Sunday night. And people are surprised by this, what I'm about to say. And I'm faintly insulted that they're always surprised, but I love to dance. Is that surprising to you guys? Yeah.
Let's see it.
Yeah.
Where is it?
I'm not your fucking monkey. But okay. Thank you. That was the best I've ever danced. I think if I had a cheering crowd every time I busted out a move, it would be a lot more fun. You know, I was in a breakdancing group in 4th grade. Do people even know? Do you guys know what breakdancing is? How old are you? Is it a universal cultural reference, or is it like an age thing? Because are you in your 20s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm from Germany.
You're from Germany.
Yeah,
You don't have dancing there. You don't have dancing or fun. No, you do. Fucking the electronic music scene is huge there. So do you know what breakdancing is?
yeah, I know.
Okay, all right. Everyone knows what it is then. If a 20-year-old German knows what breakdancing is, we can safely assume it's a universal. So this is how you test out premises, by the way, is you get a 20-year-old German and you ask them if they understand it. But welcome. Do you live here now?
Yeah.
Yeah. What brought you to New York?
No.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you guys meet?
He randomly started talking to me on Times Square.
In Times Square. Sorry. So Times Square is actually in New York. So there's some causality problems here. Were you visiting and you met him and then, oh shit, wow, good for you. So you just swooped up a visiting German and you're like, you're staying.
Well, I was working here.
You were working, so you're gonna be here for a while.
Yeah.
But you're staying longer
Yeah.
because of your love. And you didn't meet while he was taking a shit. That's amazing. You're the last couple that will ever not meet while someone is defecating. So this is a magical thing. Breakdancing. I was in a breakdancing group in 4th grade. I think this is where everything started going wrong for me, by the way. And I will show you the only move I could ever really do. I haven't done it in years, but you don't lose it when you've got it like I got it. This thing? Wait, no, there's a little more. Yeah, it's not. I was hoping that'd be a little more fluid. But I was in a breakdancing group, and I was the only white kid in the breakdancing group. And usually if someone is telling a story like this, it's like, oh, they must have been so good to overcome, their whiteness. But in my case, the story, and when I say I was in a breakdancing group, let me clarify this. Basically, a couple of kids, a couple of Vietnamese kids, a couple of black kids, a couple of Hispanic kids would have a boom box. Do you know what a boom box is? All right, good. We're doing great. Have a boom box, and would just in like our town square. That sounds like it's the 1500s, but this little downtown area in suburban Boston where I grew up would break dance, and I was kind of friendly with one of the kids, so I would, I'd just be along the margins, doing this thing, doing a little bit of this. And but yeah, the way this ended was they all had a talk with me, and I got booted from the breakdancing group that I was never really even in, I guess. They're just like, oh, maybe you should dance by yourself. So, yeah. But I do love dancing now. I do love dancing. And I wanted to go to this dance party Sunday, but anyway, I decided I'm going back with my brother Sunday. And it's not a big decision, but I started fucking obsessing about it a lot. Because nothing, if you think about anything enough, no decision is totally minor. Like driving with my brother, it actually does have sort of important connections because we used to be super close. We're not as close anymore because he has a family. the opportunity to spend 4 hours in a car one-on-one with him. Maybe we'll get closer. That's a relationship I value. But dance parties, well, you already saw my moves. So it's basically, plus the way I meet all women in my life pre-app dating is dance parties and doing comedy, basically. So hopefully someone will fuck me in the audience tonight so I don't have to feel bad about missing the dance party. But yeah, so I got fucking obsessed about that shit. And I know it's a minor decision, but it's still just like fucking hurts, man. It's just like, oh, I'm gonna miss this party. Yeah. And the OCD started for me. It started after a relationship ended 18 years ago. The most significant romantic relationship of my life ended. And that's when the OCD started. I mean, I wasn't totally mentally healthy before then. I had issues. I had a lot of anxiety, but I didn't have OCD. Sometimes comics look for laughter. Other times you just want to hear the HVAC unit start up. So I'm fine with that. At least we have proper air circulation. 580 years, yeah. I don't know, some people think we could live that long. Elon Musk, we'll see. Would you want to? Would you want to live indefinitely?
Oh yeah.
Yeah? Yeah, well, you guys disagree. Yeah.
No shot.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like you have to tap out at a certain point. But then the question comes like, what do you think happens after death? Who thinks there's some continuity after death? Anyone? All right, I forgot. This audience has no sense of awe or whimsy. I don't know why I'm wasting my time. I was going to do a puppet show, but it's just wasted. Wasted. Shadow puppets. It's a black backdrop. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go. All right. I don't know. Adam, just continue doing stand-up. Don't give up. All right. I am kind of giving up on stand-up, traditional stand-up, as you can tell. It's just, the mic, I don't know, the persona, trying to act like super confident. It's, yeah, I want like a genuine connection, and this feels like a better way to do it. So, anyway.
I think you're doing great.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You know, I think really part of it, though, is by being open and vulnerable, I want people to accept their own vulnerability, because the fact is, I think everyone struggles at some level, everyone suffers some of the time, and we don't fucking talk about that shit, and it makes life harder for everyone. And I know for me, like, I don't like suffering, but it does make me more compassionate. And I actually saw this yesterday. I was driving, and I was in Jersey, already not a good start to the story. And I was on...
you have a lot of Jersey people here.
Oh, Jersey. Yeah. No, well, actually, you know what? I was hiking in Harriman State Park, which technically is in New York. We have to drive through Jersey. And beautiful, beautiful. There is a lot of beauty in Jersey. But I was on... I think it was the 17, one of the two-lane highways. You know the two-lane highways?
Route 17.
Yeah, 17. Two-lane highway, and the guy in the left lane was driving exactly the speed limit. Exactly the speed limit. And it was fucking up everything because you couldn't. People were trying, because then there were a lot of people in the right lane, but people in the left lane were trying to get around this guy, so they'd like swerve into the other lane, then swerve back. It was dangerous. I had to get back for a show. I was getting so fucking furious at this guy, and then I was like, you know what? Think about this for a second. This guy is suffering in one way or another, right? Because why is he doing this? And I can only think of, why is he doing it? I can only think of two possible explanations. One, he's just so he's unaware. He's just totally unaware, which means he must be really upset about something to be totally unaware of a line of fucking drivers behind you. Or he's doing it on purpose, in which case, what sort of person is I'm just gonna fuck with everyone behind me? Not a happy person. Someone who's probably had a lot of suffering and is just bitter and angry and feels powerless and wants to take it out on people. So I was like, yeah, let me open my heart and have some compassion for this suffering human. And I did it for about 25 seconds. I laughed about 25 seconds, and then I was just flashing my brights, fuck this guy. Maybe it was 30 seconds. But it is. Life isn't easy for anyone. It's not. And I think we all feel more disconnected, though, because of technology. In a way, it connects us, but in another way, it makes us feel more isolated. Because it makes things feel less genuine, you know? Like to express love now. To express love before was like, it was a vulnerable, courageous act. Now, you tap something to express love. Once, just tap, and that's love. 2 taps, that's the most you have to do to express love for anything. I'm tapping twice to express love for what I just said. So, there were a few things I wrote on my hand. We talked about that. Any questions for me?
What's on your hand?
A bunch of words. I wrote, a bunch of words for things I wanted to remember to talk about. Unfortunately, I can't read most of them. So, I have shitty handwriting. Yeah.
Where is the dance party?
So the dance party go to tomorrow. If you come, I'll stay. It's at a club called Nowadays in Ridgewood, Queens. Have you been there? Yeah. So yeah, it's I go. So they have these. During the summer, during the warmer months, they have these daytime outdoor dance parties from 3 to 9, and I plan my life around them. Like, it's unhealthy. I've been going, I'm the longest running person who's been going, and they're fucking amazing. Something about an outdoor party, people are much more open, I find. So you guys have been? Yeah. So tomorrow, you've been, or you're just enthusiastic. Tomorrow is indoors, but it's like there's a great DJ crew, and it'll be a great party. But I've also gone to like 1,000 of these parties, and Ridgewood, right on like the Queens-Brooklyn border. I do not have that for you, but the internet can tell you. You guys should come. You should come. It's a very supportive environment for people suffering with OCD, so I think you'll be okay. Just drive down 17 at the speed limit and...
Will your brother go?
No, he won't go because he doesn't live here. He's driving from Philly, so he would pick me up and then we would drive. And but I think I'm gonna go with my brother. I've been to enough dance parties.
Good choice.
Yeah, thank you. Family first. That's Jersey's motto. Family first. The family state. All right, we can do one more question, and then I'm going to go not kill myself, but floss. Yeah, thank you. There we go. Thank you for maintaining the silence. I appreciate that.
I got you.
Yeah, no, I do. I appreciate that. So you want to live forever, and you don't want to live forever. This is interesting to me because I looked over and I saw you both synchronous facial hair, mirror images. That feels racist, but they have the same facial hair and the same haircut. And you look like you're the same race. So, and I saw one doing this and one doing this. It was just a cool visual image that no one else got to appreciate. And you guys, are you New Yorkers? No. See, that you were in sync. You're both like, no. Where are you visiting from?
Pennsylvania.
Okay. Yeah, no, I would have guessed that based on your race. Yeah, guys, that's right. I didn't assume anything. I was like, they look like Pennsylvanians. Yeah. They look like they're independent voters in a swing state. That's what I think when I look at them. Overly obsessed about college football. That's the first thing I thought. So you guys are, and what is your relationship?
We're friends.
You're friends, yeah. And you want to live forever? Yeah. Wait, no? Yeah. Yeah, you're just like, would you describe yourself as just someone who like loves life?
No.
No? So it's more like, maybe if I love the candor. So is it more like, well, maybe if I stick around enough, things will get better? Is it that? You're a miserable optimist. I like that. And you? You're just like...
I just still want to outlive everything and everyone.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, have a certain time and place, and that's now.
Right.
When it ends, it ends. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree with that view. I agree with that view. Yeah. You guys trying? You're trying. Yeah. Live forever. I don't know. All right, we'll let them. I feel like, did that feel a little mean to anyone else? felt a little mean. Felt a little passive aggressive to me. But of course, arguably, the fact that I didn't comment on it until they left was also passive aggressive. Yeah, fuck you. Well, the joke's on them because I'm taping the set and I'm going to shame them on the internet. So, all right, no, I do have to get out of here. Who am I kidding? I have nothing else going on tonight. You'll be my friends, right, guys? Right? Jersey's my friends. All right. Yeah.
The eclipse.
How was the eclipse?
When was it?
When was it? What the fuck are you guys? You missed it. It was Thursday. It was Thursday night, Friday morning. The peak of the eclipse was from 3:45 a.m. to about 4:10 a.m. Yeah, it was just cool when I finally found it, like seeing the moon. I mean, it's hard to visually describe. It was the moon in shadow, but it was. I was contemplating the passage of time, guys, because it's already established. I have an acute sense of whimsy and wonder, and it was cool looking at it. And
I don't think you really saw it.
no, I did. How dare you back him up? I did. No, it was very distinctive looking. It was very distinct. Once I finally found it, what?
Break dance.
Break dance. You've already seen all my moves. It would be redundant at this point. No, it was. I mean, it wasn't visually stunning, and yes, there was a lot of light pollution. So apparently, if there was less light pollution, it would have looked red. To me, it just looked kind of like a shadowy disc. But it was still. Never going to see that shit again, unless if we live forever, which this guy's not doing either way. But all right, I think I feel like this is it's like we're on a date and we're like, should we go in for the kiss or should we just say goodnight? I don't know. How does this proceed, or is this over? No, listen, I really appreciate you guys coming out, letting me share, and sharing. I feel like we did something real tonight. I don't know what the fuck we did, but it was something. So, my name is Adam Stratus.